Hey, what is going on, everybody? It's the Sixers Post Game Show. My name is Paul Spencer. That is the showstopper, Dave Yarnell. You're tuning into the final score on Out of the Box Sports Entertainment here. Dave, Sixers back-to-back losses.
Yeah, Sixers back-to-back losses at home. At home, too. I mean, tonight was an ESPN game, a big-time primetime game, and here come the Boston Celtics. You know, it's funny, Paul, how things work. Celtics lose the first game 106-103. They came back tonight and they responded big time. Without without Brown and without Porzingis, two of their major guys, and the Celtics came out to play tonight. Embiid, he can't go back-to-back, Paul. I don't know what's going on with that.
Well, Dave, we've always said this, back-to-back games with the so-called regular season MVP. Well, you've seen tonight the legs, the back, it's not there on back-to-back games, Dave. Dave, I'll tell you what, I heard on Twitter tonight. I didn't watch the first quarter of the game because I was doing the podcast with Bill Furman.
Right.
Show. And I went back and looked at it a little bit. But, I was all over Twitter just trying to get reactions, listen, and see what people are saying. Everybody in their bright minds out there, or I don't want to say bright minds, maybe they're losing their minds, are blaming the NBA for this loss because it's back-to-back games for the 76ers. Well, you lost versus the Pacers, and then you lost tonight. I don't want to hear crap about a schedule, Dave.
Indiana came in here. They did what they had to do last night. They came in and beat the Sixers on that play-in game, I think it was, or something for the tournament, whatever.
Yeah.
Right, whatever you want to call it. Right, that too. So Indiana came in there. Their guy had a big game last night. He was on fire. He was hitting threes like crazy. Tonight, Celtics came here, pretty much did the same thing. Tatum was on fire with 29. He was hot. Al Horford does it again. Al Horford owns Joel Embiid. I don't care what you say. He showed it last year in the playoffs. He showed it tonight. Al Horford. I used to be a 76er Al Horford who couldn't do nothing on this court. He comes in here tonight, shuts down the big man. Well, he had 20 points. I'm not going to say he really shut him down, but Al Horford, just something about Al Horford who knows Embiid's game really well. And tonight he showed it again, Paul. I'm telling you.
Yeah, well, you go back to game one versus the Celtics, Dave. I mean, Tatum had a bad game. Jaylen Brown had a bad game. Porzingis was the high man with like 22. The shot wasn't there when they played game one. But tonight, Dave, a little different story. I mean, I didn't see the first quarter, but I was just looking a little recap there. Boston came out 37-22 in the first quarter.
They did. They came out hot in the first quarter. They scored 37 points in the first quarter. They were hot. Tatum got started. Drew Holiday was on, man. He had 18 points tonight. He kind of set the tone for them to go, which in the first quarter, which you kind of saw, and then it just they just kept rolling from there. Celtics are tough. They're a good basketball team. I mean, tonight, like I said, they didn't have Porzingis, they didn't have Downtown Brown. Yeah. So that's two guys on their starting lineup that they're missing tonight. And Horford stepped up, and Derek White. My God, this kid. All he does is shoot threes.
I watched the fourth quarter, Dave, and my God, 14 points in the fourth quarter by Derek.
I know, and when he's on, he had 27 tonight. When he's on, forget it. I mean, it's tough to beat. Celtics are good. And
you know what? I mean, it's called prime position. I mean, you have Jaylen Brown out, you have Porzingis out. That's 30 to 40 points a game. Well,
right there.
Somebody's got to step up. And hey, you know what? Derek White showed up for 27 points tonight, man.
For the Sixers side of the ball, Covington had a really good game tonight. He had 16. I think coming up the starting role, which is not. I mean, they're missing two of their guys too. Don't get me wrong. Sixers are missing. Oubre tonight, which is a big loss for them. He got in the accident and everything. Hopefully he's okay. Prayers to him, and hopefully he comes back sooner or later because he does make a difference on this team, and you can see the difference when he's not in the lineup.
No, you can definitely tell.
Absolutely. D Melton's been hot. D Melton's been hitting the ball. I mean, last two games he's been really. He had 16 tonight. I think he had over 20 last night, or something, whatever the case was. But he's been on fire. Putting Covington in the starting role, it is what it is. He's going to give you points. He's going to give you rebounds. That's what he does. He's not really a starting five guy, but tonight, like going in for Oubre, that's what you got to get.
Hey, he played 37 minutes tonight, Dave.
He did. He played 37 minutes. He had, like I said, he had 16 points, which is a very good day for him. Don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. That's a good day for anybody. I mean, Harris has been on fire too. Harris has been really good. Coming off that big hit, he got hurt last night. Kind of like a DDT on the floor or something, whatever it was.
Wow.
Yeah, guys, he went down, went hard, but and it was scary because last night they went back into the locker room. And you're thinking, oh, he's probably done for the night. Then he came back and he started again tonight. So I give him credit from the injury last night.
Yeah, I mean, Melton stepped up. I mean, he got 7 defensive boards, total boards tonight, Dave. For a guard that size, rebounded down there, that shows me something that, the one stat I look at, Dave, we're only in the first quarter here, but the one stat I look at is a lot of people really don't look at this stat. It's the plus minus when you're on the field, when you're on the court, Dave. You look at this here. I'm just going to talk about the the Sixers real quick. When Embiid was on the court tonight, just, whenever he's on the court, stat-wise, okay, they were minus 25 points against the Celtics when he was on the court. Yes, they were.
And that's the difference. The Celtics run the ball. You know that. I mean,
right. But the other thing, Dave, is this is the thing that I don't understand here. Well, I understand the stat there, but when you have Embiid, you're minus 25 points with him on the court starting. When he's on the court, Celtics outscore you 25 points, okay? Dave, here's the flip scenario that Paul Reed, okay? Hustle Paul Reed. When he's on the court, Dave, the Sixers are plus 20, Dave. Plus 20. What does that tell you? That when Embiid struggles, he gets tired. He don't want to run. He don't want to run.
It just tells me Embiid can't go back-to-back games. That's all that is.
Well, you know what, brother?
He's going up and down the court. You can just tell he's hurt. I mean, his hip's not 100%. He's not. He's taking his time up and down the court. I mean, I give Paul Reed credit. He had 10 points tonight. He had a good day.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the plus and minus, Dave. When he's on the court, he's hustling. He's running. He's getting down court. He's defending. He's trying to get out in the fast break. If there's a break down there, he gets on the ball down there. And Embiid's just lagging down the court, and you can tell when he's tired. And you know what? Hey, other teams, they feed on that. They see the blood in the water. They're like, okay, you know what? Let's attack the old man Embiid here. You know what I mean? He's hurting. Let's attack him.
Yeah, actually, a decent game night was Springer. Springer had 9 points tonight. And he came off. He put a spark into the game. I think when he was in there, they cut it to 1, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, and he was on the court, it's plus 22, Dave.
Yeah, it's funny because, like I said, he was on the court, and he made things happen. And then all of a sudden, the third quarter, he didn't play that much. He came in the end. I was very surprised that Coach Nurse didn't put him in there sooner in the third quarter.
Yeah. I mean, it's still young in the season here. I think they're still learning the adjustment, the bench rotation here. Plus, have Oubre out too. He's your, starter, your 6 man, whatever you want to use him at. And it's a different scenario when you have the Rocco coming in the game starting, and you have Springer down there. But hey, Springer 4 for 5, dude, 9 points. Hustle, 2 boards, 2 assists, or no assists, 2 steals too. I mean, he's
2 steals, yeah.
He's a get up guy.
But it's funny how that works because Morris came in there, Beverly came in there, no points from those guys, nothing.
No, exactly.
I mean, zeros. I mean, all you saw was Reed had 10, and Reed had 10, and Springer had 9. So you're thinking, okay, there's your bench right there, Paul. That's it.
Yeah, it's amazing it's amazing the bench play. Going down 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 10 deep tonight, Dave. You only got 10 points off the bench.
That's it. Done.
You know what I mean? And you look at this. I mean, the Celtics had 14, 19, 21. Not great, but 21.
Well, Sixers had 19 off the bench. I get it. That's fine. But it's just you got to have more than that. I mean,
you have to. I mean,
sure.
The thing tonight that I didn't watch the first quarter, Dave. That 27-22 there. What was the issue? Why wasn't it scoring? Was it just going through the shot? Wasn't there?
Celtics just came out storming. Celtics just came out running. They just came out running, doing their thing. Derek White got hot. Who was it? White got hot. And Holiday, like I said, Drew Holiday set the tone. First quarter, you just saw it. It was just, let's go.
Gotcha.
And once he got started, and then and then Al did his thing. He is a Sixer killer. It's amazing.
It's funny when he played for the Sixers. It was a bugaboo thing because he got the huge contract. That contract to come here. Everybody loved him when he came here, but then he was with one of the most suckiest teams with the Philadelphia 76ers, Dave, when he was here. So you can't blame him for much. I mean, he's a good player. He knows put it this way, Dave. He knows his role. He's a role player in Boston. He knows how to win. He does his job, and he's one of those people. Dave, I need you to go do this. Guard this guy. Play him tough. We don't care if you score. We'll carry you. But that's what he does, Dave.
There's 2 guys in that lineup for the Celtics who are former 76ers, Holiday and Horford. They've been there. They know the court. They know how it works.
I tell you what, dude. I love Holiday. How physical he is guarding.
You know what? I was so hoping when he left. I forget it was Milwaukee.
He went to Milwaukee.
Yeah, I was so hoping the Sixers picked him up. I really wanted to see Drew Holiday come back I think him and Maxey would have been a huge combination. But
yeah, that would be pretty sweet. I mean, you have a defensive guard, defensive guard there, of course, and then you have Maxey coming off the dribble there. I think that would be a 1-2 punch. But I don't know. I mean, Boston got a lottery pick with him. I'll tell you that.
It's just funny because you're never going to see. Go back to the Sixers point. You're never going to see Embiid and who is it? Reed together on the court. You're not going to see that. It's not going to happen.
You know what? I would love to see that though, because you go back to Ralph Sampson, Hakeem Olajuwon with the Twin Towers in Houston. That gave a lot of people fits, Dave. When you play two Twin Towers down the ball, hell, because Embiid hey, listen, I'm going to tell you right here. Embiid likes playing off the ball up top of the key. You know what I mean? He likes playing that point guard swing. If you have B-ball down there playing the center down there, let Embiid play like a power forward. If you think about this game tonight, the power forward would be Porzingis if he was in the game. Embiid can take advantage of that. I mean, he has size. Porzingis has size. But if you put in a physical Embiid on someone like that, I would love to see Twin Towers.
You're putting two centers at the same time. You can't do that. It's not going to happen.
I think it would against some teams, Dave.
Well, maybe some teams, but
not every night. No, but some teams you have to play physical.
Yeah, but you have no bench to do that, though. That's the problem.
That is the problem. If you had a better bench.
You don't have a bench to do. If you had a bench to do that, I'd say sure, go for it. But they don't. They just don't.
Well, you know what? Then you got to facilitate little Bamba out there a little bit. You got to give Bamba some time out there. You know what I mean?
Bamba's not even. Didn't even play. It was coach's decision.
Bamba, I think still at home eating some bonbons and watching the game on his TV.
Him and K Martin are sitting there chilling, doing nothing.
I don't get it. You go out and get this backup center. Backup center. He's a good kid. He can play ball. You know what I mean?
I get it. I don't understand it either.
But. I'm not going to make excuses, man. The Sixers got beat tonight without Porzingis and Jaylen Brown. That's 40-some points.
That's 40. That's at least 35 points right there between those two.
And you get beat, Dave.
Well, we said the Celtics came in here they lost the first game by 3, so you figured it was a revenge game for them. And not having Brown and Porzingis, you kind of figured they were like. When I looked at the starting lineup tonight and I saw those two out, I'm thinking, Sixers might pull this off.
I almost switched my bet. I'm sitting there making a bet right before the college football friends. Well, at 7:00, I'm sitting there like, let me do my bets here. I always look at the, in and out, inactive, who's injured, whatever report. Then I'm like, oh, damn, Jaylen Brown, Porzingis out? The line was -3. And I'm like, well, let me swing to the Sixers here. And I'm thinking like, oh, wait a minute. Let me think about this.
Yeah.
Back-to-back games with
back-to-back games. That's all at the end that you need to know.
That's all I'm going to do, because if it's a close game, Embiid's going to be dragging those size 18 shoes in the fourth quarter. So I'm going to take the Celtics. Hey, they won.
The Celtics did come in a big out 4 for 8 for 3-point range, man. I'm telling you, this guy, he got hot in the third quarter. He couldn't miss everything he was throwing. It was like an ocean for him, man.
Dave, let me ask you this: is it this or Oubre situation out, or did we feed in too much of the Sixers? I want to say. Not a cupcake schedule, Dave, but a not elite schedule that we played. Hey, listen, you lost to Boston 1 out of 2 games, okay? You lost to Milwaukee beginning of the season. You stroked off 7 straight games, of course, to win. But the big teams are beating you. And then in back-to-backs, we know you're going to flip one of those 2 games.
They played Indiana the first time and lost. They beat them. So then Indiana came back, came back, and then they returned the favor. So I wouldn't look too much into it right now. Okay. I think they're going to be fine. Just good teams like the Celtics, tough to beat. They have your number. It's like watching Horford versus Embiid, and he just has his number. It's just he does. It's funny, and they know how to shut down Maxey at times. And Maxey, to me, Maxey tries to do too much. That's the problem. Like
at points he needs to, Dave, because you get an Embiid dragging out there. Like I was watching the fourth quarter, Dave, and Maxey made some highlight shots, coming down the lane.
I mean, I'm not saying I have nothing against the kid. He's great. He's a great player. He's energetic. I love to watch him play. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes he just goes too far, and then when that happens, other teams take advantage of it. And you just saw it tonight with the Celtics.
Did you see in the fourth quarter, Dave, that they were down 5 points, and Embiid's at the top of the key holding the ball, and they went down to 13 seconds with Embiid holding the ball into the play clock? That's too long, Dave. That's too long.
Way too long.
Get down to the box. Take your man down there. Create a 2-man game. If they double team you, keep the ball up top. Hit a Maxey. Hit a Covington. Hit somebody on the wing here, either driving down the lane for 2 or set up the 3. Embiid takes so long to set up his one-on-one move, regardless if he makes it or not. But, dude, you're draining the play clock so far into the hole here. It amazes me because you can tell he's tired, Dave. You can tell the dude's tired.
Yeah, you could see it. You could just see it in his play. I mean, the way he's going up and down the court, he's not himself. And actually, I want to give kudos tonight for Cornette too. That kid, he came up big tonight with big 9 points.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a big dude. I didn't realize how tall this guy was, man. He's got some long arms and he can rebound. And he had one dunk tonight. Wow.
He reminds me of. You remember that guy Taco Falls? Have you ever seen him, Dave?
Yes.
He reminds me of Taco Falls, 7'6", couldn't shoot worth crap, but this dude, like his arm span, he puts the hand up or he can block the shot.
He takes up a lot of room under the basket. That's for sure. Yeah,
he's a space eater in the hole.
And he's good for like 6 fouls, and he can shoot. He's just that guy. You know, he kind of reminded me of Sean Bradley tonight. That's what I saw in this kid.
God, Dave, Sean Bradley days. Woo!
I'm just saying that's what I saw. Maybe it's me. You know,
Mr. 76 himself, huh? Yeah,
that's him. Yeah.
But I mean, listen, Cornette knows his role, dude. You know, he's a role player. They used him tonight, in case of Jaylen Brown.
Well, yeah, he had 19 minutes, but the 19 minutes he had, he took control.
Hey, but you know what? He came out there and did his business, Dave. That's all he did. He was supposed to do his job. He came in and did his job. You know, hey, that's what you do. That's what you do, Dave.
He's good for 6 fouls. He's good for a few points. He's going to block shots and a couple of rebounds. That's what he's good for.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, going through the stats, Dave, I mean, man, no player was over 20 for Maxine and B tonight, but what was the situation with them? What do you think? I mean, they're averaging.
I think the back-to-back. I think the back-to-back just got them, Paul. I really do. I think the back-to-back had a lot to do with it.
Well, hopefully they get some rest because they got a run and gun team with the Hawks coming up. Trey Young.
Yeah, here comes Trey. Here comes Trey.
I mean, that game's going to be tough too. I mean, you're going away too. You're on the road down to the EPL. You're playing the Hawks, which aren't playing that great, but. And the Hawks get lightning in a bottle, dude. That Trey Young can shoot you out of a building in a game.
And he will. Yeah. Yep.
You never know. Yeah. He's good too. But looking at stats tonight, Dave, I mean, all the starters had double digits, all 20 and all 16 straight across.
All 16. Yeah.
But I mean, the thing is, Dave, if that bench, man, it really hurts to have that 6-man or that starting unit out with Oubre. But who's going to be the guy on the bench stepping up, Dave? I mean,
if anybody, it's got to be Paul Reed, I would think. That would be my guess.
But he's only going to give you those minutes when Embiid's out there. Embiid, he plays, Dave, 34 minutes. So there's 14 minutes still available on the team. So that was.
I think got to see more Springer too. We got to see more Springer. Springer, he actually, like I said, he set a spark tonight. He really did. When he get in there, he had things going, and then he took him out. I don't understand why.
Yeah, he went 4 for 5, 9 points. Good game to him tonight, but
he did.
I don't know, man. Like to me, I get kind of pissed off because. Yeah, you went out and got Beverly. You got rid of Tucker, but you got Beverly who can score when he shoots. But this dude is just a peasant to me.
He missed 2 at the line tonight too. He had 2 foul shots.
Big time, 0 for 2 tonight. Yeah, and he 0 points, 0 points. Nothing much. Rebounds 1, assist 1. I mean, the bench really hurt this team tonight. But give credit where credit's due, man. Boston missing 2 starters. They have 40 points a game there.
I think coaching had a lot to do with it too. I think the Celtics coach really he was rotating guys in and out. And you saw Horford coming in, and you saw he gave who was it Tatum a few rests here and there. Yeah. And it just I think coaching really did have a lot to do with tonight's game. I just do.
Agree. I mean, Celtics only went 9 deep tonight, Dave. You had Cornette off the bench, Pritchard off the bench, Maluch off the bench, and Banton. They all scored. They all at least got 2 points. But Celtics win 9, Sixers win 11 deep here, and it tells what the rotation is. I like the Celtics rotation. I think they're good at rotation here. They play.
Celtics are 9-2, Paul. You got to give. They're a good team. They're 9-2.
I mean, I think they're number 1 in the Eastern Conference.
I do too.
I still have it. Boston. I'm moving the Sixers down right now, Dave. I had them.
Did you see what Milwaukee did to Toronto tonight? Woo!
No, I didn't even see it.
Wow. What's it called? Woke up.
Who's it woke up? Giannis?
Yep.
What was the score of that
Him and Dame woke up tonight. Oh, God.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, they came up big tonight.
128, 112. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, they did.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's still young, Dave. It's still young.
I mean, I know it's Toronto. I get it, but still, those two, when they start waking up, look out.
Yeah, Dillard had 37. Dillard had 37. Okay.
They're hot. I'm telling you.
Wait, Giannis didn't even play tonight.
No, well, what's it called? Dame had a great game, though.
Dame had 37. Michael Beasley.
37. As I say, Dame was hot.
Yeah, 37, and Beasley had 30 off the starting.
Yeah,
that's without
without Giannis. Yeah.
that tells you something as well. So
I'm just saying, I saw Dame, like I saw highlights of Dame. I'm like, oh, here comes Dame. He's hot.
Gotcha. Now, the Sixers, the Sixers play the Hawks coming up here, Dave. The Hawks actually lost tonight, too.
They get beat?
They lost 116-114 to the New York Knicks. But,
ooh,
listen, Trae Young only had 15 tonight. He had a bad night, 4 for 12, 0 for 4 from the three-point land tonight. So it's not always that Trae Young has a bad game coming,
Well, that was a 2-point game. They were lost by 2. It's like they had,
Yeah, and they're 6-5. They're still in it. They're playing tough as well. They lost some tough games. They lost to who was it? Goodness, they lost to Milwaukee last week, and they lost to who was it? Boston as well. So they had their last 2 games were pretty tough, but they've been playing tough. They've been playing tough. Their rotation's pretty deep. They go 11 deep as well. So
Sixers go down to Atlanta.
Yes, we're going away to
Atlanta. Okay, gotcha.
And the thing that worries me too is they do have an athletic center. Clint Capella can run.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing. If you go back to the history, the playoffs when the Sixers played Atlanta, and remember the Sixers were up 2-0. Remember that?
Yes, they were. Yep.
And the Hawks came back and they started playing the right way. The Hawks game, and it was Lob City.
Well, didn't their center give Embiid fits too?
Clint Capella.
Right. Yes,
he's a running young guy who doesn't shoot a lick outside, but rebounds the ball and gets those lobs, man. You know what I mean?
He gives Embiid fit. He gives Embiid fits just like Horford does. Kind of the situation.
Yeah. So, hey, it is what it is. Sixers lost tonight, 117-107. So we move forward. But, Dave, if you have a player of the game tonight, who are you giving that player of the game tonight for the Philadelphia?
Am I going Sixer-wise or Celtic-wise?
Hey, we're on a Sixer program here, so we got to do the Sixers, Dave.
Okay, so if my player of the game had to be I would say D. Melton. That would be my guy.
Oh, you're going D. Melton tonight, huh?
Yeah, he had 16 tonight. He was hot. He could die.
You know what?
Or him or Covington. Take your pick.
Well, you got to pick one, Dave. We only got one award.
I'll go with Melton. I think Melton's been hot the last 2 nights.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna give it to Melton tonight. Now, you know what? I'm gonna go Rocco. I'll flip it with you. Everybody's got to get some love tonight, so I'm gonna go Rocco. Listen, 37 minutes, man. Stepped up to the starting lineup tonight. 6 for 13, a little bit under 50%. The 3-point wasn't there. 0 for 5, of course, but hey, he had 6 boards, no assists. 16 points in 37 minutes. So. Yeah, I like to see him. That's going to be telling me that when Oubre comes back, God, when he comes back healthy, prayers out to you, brother. Get well. But when you come back,
I think his ribs are all messed up or something.
Yeah, I see that. It was something on ESPN today where the hit and run where they were looking for the vehicle but couldn't spot the vehicle to pinpoint who it was or something. But
they definitely miss him. That's for sure.
It definitely tells me something though, Dave. When Oubre comes back to the starting unit, you can pick your poison. You can put Covington at the 6th man coming in now, or if you want to keep this unit here. You're not missing a beat, really, honestly, with him and Oubre.
Well, Oubre takes Covington's spot. That's pretty much where it stands right there.
You can flip it. If until he gets back healthy-wise, playing 37 minutes, you can bring him off the bench, play 15, 20 minutes too.
Sure.
But I like the top 6 rotation here. But then maybe I want to bring in a Springer at 7. But
Springer at 7.
The people that I don't want to see is Daniel House. I don't want to see him in the game. Okay. I don't want to see him in the game at all because he brings nothing to the table. Nothing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I think Springer and Reed are your 2 guys right there.
I agree. Reed's going to get his minutes because either he's going to start when Embiid's out, of course, or he's going to, expel Embiid for 15, 20 minutes when he's out there, But I think Nick Nurse has to balance it out a little bit more there and give Embiid, the last 3 minutes of the first quarter, between 12 minutes there, I want to give him maybe the 6-minute mark to the 9-minute mark off on the second quarter, bring him in the second quarter for the end of the period. And the same way, let go out early the fourth quarter. Maybe at the 5 to 8 minute mark there, and then you're going to play the last 5 minutes of the game because I want to see a well rested Embiid because I'm sick of seeing this dude walk.
Yeah, it's getting.
I could outrun him. You know what I mean?
It's funny because before last night's game, I thought for sure he was going to take the night off tonight. I just had that feeling that he was going because I said he's going to take the night off tonight. Something's going to happen. Yeah, I just thought he would. I just didn't think he was going back to back.
Yeah, I think he's finally realizing, like, okay, well, people want to see me play. If I'm not 100%, I'm still going to go out and compete. But when Jaylen Brown and Porzingis were out, I'm thinking, like, you know what? Maybe they will flip it to call a injury. I want to not an injury, but a management game where he sits out this game.
Well, wasn't Brown like an illness type deal though?
Yeah, they said illness on the thing, so I was like, okay, it was a last minute scrub for him too.
That's what I read. Yeah,
but yeah, Embiid, man, it shows when he's not like back-to-back games, he's not running the court. It's a different story.
He's not himself. He's just not. It's just it's a different Embiid altogether. I mean, he only had 20 points tonight. When does Embiid ever have 20? Very rare.
Exactly. I mean, he has silent 30-point games. I mean, it just wasn't his night tonight. The Sixers, they're starter heavy once again. The bench is not there, of course, but it is what it is. Hey, it's 117-107. We move forward.
Well, that's back-to-back losses, and yet maybe this team isn't as real as we thought, Paul. I don't know.
Well, I mean, football, we got 17 weeks, Dave. Here, we're not even at a tenth of the way.
Right.
Well,
this is true. Well, like I said, they were missing Oubre. That does hurt.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to call it what it is. It's, back-to-back games. I'm not using an excuse, of course. A lot of teams have played back-to-back. Hell, the Nuggets played back-to-back 2 days ago, and they beat a team by 30 points their second night, Dave. So
right.
I don't use it as an excuse, of course.
No. It's a long season.
It's a long season. I mean, they just shows you like, hey, you got to have the rotation right. You got to get your rest, of course. At least he's not Andrew Bynum, Dave, going to strip shows and bowling alleys. You know what I mean? This is true. I mean, and
they don't see the Celtics again until December 1st. So
yeah, I mean, looking at the schedule here, we do have the Hawks coming up. Then we have the Nets. The Nets been playing some good ball too. And speaking of the Nets, did you see Mr. Ben Simmons is out for like 2 weeks?
No, what happened?
His back spasms are back.
Oh, I missed that. Okay.
Yeah, I seen it today.
I guess my Ben report's been a little off lately. I haven't been following Mr. Ben lately, so sorry about that.
Yeah, I hear me either. I watched it a little bit, but I seen on Twitter today that they announced his back spasms are back. Could be out up to possibly 10 days or something like that. But
okay.
You know what? Hey, the Hawks, the Nets, and then you have the Cavs too. So you're away.
That's 2 out of 3 wins, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, and we don't have a back-to-back, of course. We have the 17th, 19th, and 21st, all day off games. But the next 2 are away. Hawks away, Nets away, which was a close game up here, and then you're home against the Cavs too. So We'll see. 3 winnable games, Dave, to get us back on track.
Yeah. They need to win to get back on track. And losing 2 in a row.
They definitely do. But man, it feels good to be back on Facebook, Dave.
Yeah, welcome back, Mr. I've been off for 4 days.
Yeah, it was a little relaxation, man. I tell you what, taking for granted that you don't have Facebook, man, your life like disevolves.
Your life, life without Facebook. I went like 3 months without that 1 year. So,
Oh man, I don't know, man. 4 days, man. I couldn't talk to you guys. I was in no group chat. I didn't know what the heck to do with my life, Dave.
It's
But hey, speaking of that, if we ever get banned on Facebook, make sure you check out the other channels: YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. We're always there. OT Box Sports is always on there. We just hit 5,000 followers in 1 year. Very happy about that on Twitter.
Wow, that's huge. Very nice.
Definitely.
Very nice.
5,000 follower Twitters on Twitter. So make sure you check that out.
We appreciate every one of you.
Definitely. So Dave, you know what? It's a Sixer post game show. Dave, the final score once again is those Boston Celtics 117, those Philadelphia 76ers 107, Dave. A loss. But it is what it is. The season's young, Dave. So, Dave, you and I will be back. When we're going to be back here, Dave, we are going to be back on, it's going to be what, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday night.
Friday night.
Yep. I know you guys have a show at 10:30 with the Atomic Drop. Will be on this Thursday. We just set up the stream for that. So if you're a wrestling fan, make sure you check that out. Atomic Drop. They'll be talking about a lot going on, talking about the Survivor Series.
Yeah, Survivor Series coming up. Exciting.
And Dave, I told you, I broke it. I told you, Randy Orton is going to be the 5th member. I told you.
You kept saying that, but we haven't seen it yet, so we don't know for sure.
Yes, Dave, I already have Insider Edition over there.
You have Inside Edition. Okay.
Where do you think I was the last 4 days? Not on Beyond.
Were you talking to Randy personally? You know what was going on?
No, I didn't talk to him personally, but I talked to a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend.
Okay.
And the third cousin jumped in, so
they've been saying Randy for months, and I've yet to see Randy, so I don't know what's going on with that.
Hey, you know what? I'll try calling him, but I think he's going to be the 5th member. So Atomic Drop. They'll be talking about it Friday night. Check that out as well. So, guys, my name is Paul Spencer. That man next to me is the showstopper, Dave Yarnell. And we'll be back Friday night talking some more Sixer action. Hopefully a win versus the Atlanta Hawks to jump back on track here. So, guys, until then, Sixers, long season. Let's get back on track and let's get it right.
Yep.
See you guys then.
See you, everybody.